Welcome to World Star Love Go-To Spot for the latest. Welcome to subscribe. PLAC is gushing news about King and Queen after unexpected encounter. In a twist that no royal watcher could have predicted, Buckingham Palace today released a remarkably heartfelt and enthusiastic statement regarding King Charles II and Queen Camilla, an announcement that followed what insiders are calling an emotionally stirring and profoundly human encounter between Prince Harry and the royal couple. The meeting, which reportedly took place in quiet privacy on the grounds of Balmoral Castle, has sent shockwaves through royal circles, the media and the public at large, not because of scandal, but because of something far rarer: reconciliation. A quiet arrival, a storm of emotion. Prince Harry arrived in Scotland under the radar, touching down without fanfare late Thursday evening. It was his first visit to the family estate since Queen Elizabeth's passing, and significantly, the first time he'd stood face to face with both his father and stepmother since the publication of his explosive memoir, Spare. Despite the book's bruising passages, some of which painted the Queen consort in a less than flattering light, it appears time, and perhaps life itself, has a way of softening even the most stubborn wounds. According to palace aides, Harry requested the meeting himself, in a handwritten letter delivered personally to the King's equerry. Sources suggest the letter was poignant and unusually vulnerable, prompting King Charles to reply with a simple but profound gesture, an invitation, written in his own hand. What happened next? Royal insiders say no one quite expected. The royal statement, warmth in every word. Issued early Saturday morning, the palace's statement read with a tone more poetic than procedural, an unusual choice for the normally reserved communications office. Their Majesties the King and Queen were deeply moved by a private reunion with the Duke of Sussex this past week. In an atmosphere of reflection, honesty, and familial love, conversations unfolded with grace and empathy, marking a moment of healing and shared understanding. The King and Queen are overjoyed to reaffirm their affection for the Duke, and are heartened by the hope that this marks a new chapter in the family's ongoing journey together. At the heart of all things royal is the enduring thread of family. This week, that thread glowed golden. The statement, released not just to the press, but also published on the official royal website and shared via social media, has been received as a masterclass in reconciliation by commentators and palace historians alike. Behind the Balmoral doors. Though no official photographs have been released, as per Harry's request for a moment beyond the camera, accounts from a trusted palace source paint a picture worthy of modern myth. King Charles, dressed in a simple tweed suit, reportedly greeted his son at the Old Library, the same room where Harry once played with his brother beneath towering shelves of Dickens and Churchill. Queen Camilla joined shortly after, bringing with her a tray of shortbread and warm tea, a gesture more maternal than ceremonial. The conversation was long, raw, and real, said one insider. There were tears. There were moments of silence. But there was also laughter, deep, heartfelt laughter, the kind that only shared history can bring. One moment reportedly moved all three to tears, when Harry presented a framed photo of his children, Archie and Lilibet, alongside a drawing by Archie that read, "To Grandpa King, love you this big, with arms drawn impossibly wide." Camilla, often perceived as a wedge in the family dynamic, is said to have been kind, gracious, and open-hearted throughout the meeting. At one point, she reportedly placed a gentle hand on Harry's and said, "Let's not waste another day." A royal pivot. Speculation now swirls around what this heartfelt reunion might mean for the future of the monarchy, and for Harry's role within it. While no official discussions of titles, duties, or reintegration into the royal fold were confirmed, the palace's statement strongly hinted at doors reopening. According to royal historian Dr. Eliza Carver, this may not be a return to the working royal role for Harry, but it does signal a return to family, and in the House of Windsor, those two are often intertwined. This meeting could be a pivot point, not just for Harry, but for the public perception of the monarchy as a whole. Indeed, public response has been overwhelmingly positive. Social media erupted with supportive hashtags. #RoyalUnion, #FamilyFirst, and even #Charles the Peacemaker, trending across platforms. Veteran royal correspondent Hugo Denton wrote, "For a family whose history is laced with silences, stiff upper lips, and centuries of emotional suppression, this outpouring of warmth feels like a revolution draped in tartan." What about William? Noticeably absent from the reunion was Prince William, though sources close to the heir say he was fully aware of the meeting and gave it his blessing. The Prince of Wales supports reconciliation in all its forms, a Kensington Palisade said carefully. He and the Duke are on their own timeline, but peace in the family is a shared goal. Whether William and Harry will soon follow their father's lead and meet remains an open question, but today's event certainly brightens the outlook. The Queen's quiet triumph. If there is one surprising victor in this unfolding story, it may well be Queen Camilla herself. Often unfairly vilified and rarely credited with the emotional labour she has quietly performed, her role in the reconciliation appears pivotal. "She was the emotional anchor," said a palace source. "She didn't mediate like a counsellor. She simply loved. That made all the difference." In many ways, the palace's gushing praise for both king and queen marks a public reimagining of the monarchy, not just as an institution, but as a living, breathing family, full of flaws and capable of grace. Looking ahead. So what now? Harry is expected to return to California later this week, though some speculate he may stay a few days longer to meet with other family members. The palace has not confirmed any further engagements, but royal watchers are already wondering if we might soon see a photo of King Charles and Harry together again, perhaps even with the Sussex children. Regardless of what's to come, one thing is clear. Something shifted this week within the walls of Balmoral. And for a family, so often defined by tradition and silence, it was a shift towards something truly modern: empathy, vulnerability, and the quiet courage to say, "I forgive you."